Thank you so much for joining me for Daily Spark with Dr. Angela, where we like to enlighten, inspire, and empower you to be your best self. The tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches, but a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire. And that's what we want to do today. We're going to get you fired up about being an entrepreneur. That's right, entrepreneur lifestyle is what we are talking about today. My guest is Kevin Dufour, and he is with Bingo Marker Incorporated out of Quebec, Canada. So from idea to realization, how Kevin has given himself the mission to innovate the game of bingo. But let me tell you just a little bit more about Kevin. From a very young age, Kevin was passionate about several different subjects. He became interested in science, new technologies, and the possibility that the internet offers. He has worked for 10 years in the fields of electronics, security, and information management. He is also a medical imaging technologist. As an entrepreneur, he took a business startup course and became involved in a college entrepreneurship club. Attracted by music and public events since his teenage years, in 2013, he created the company Video Bingo, and in 2016, the web application Bingo Maker. He has also developed the website Bingo Card Generator. So let's go on and get started with our conversation with Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. Thank you so much for being on Daily Spark.
Hi, good morning, Angela.
Thank you so much for being with me today. So before we talk about bingomaker.com, your website, before we talk about Bingo Maker, I would like to ask, what is your background and how is that related to your business? I know what we read in the bio, but how do you blend those two things to result in this business of yours?
Well, first, I just want to mention that I am a French Canadian, so maybe sometimes you will not clearly understand what I mean. You can just tell me and I can rephrase, okay?
Okay.
So first of all, entrepreneurship is a very fashion subject these days, but I guess I was always that way of living. And I decided to do my part, and a lot of people are forgetting about what the game of bingo was, and a lot of people try to innovate in a way, but nobody seems to make a big difference. So everybody knows this game, but nobody is really trying to bring it back. So that's why I gave myself this mission. First of all, nobody was able to bring it back properly. And by giving myself this mission of life, it gives me a purpose and maybe another subject to work on. I'm currently working at the hospital, but I want to be something a little bit more and influence people further than that. Well, I just want to mention that the game of, I'm actually not a big fan of bingo, but this is a game that everybody knows, and that's the way I want to touch everybody as well. So that's my way to mix my passion about the computer and the game as well.
I was just going to ask that I think that it's so interesting that you chose the game of bingo. And like you said, most people are familiar with the game of bingo. I remember playing it as a little child. You kind of, like you say, you kind of drift away from it a little bit, but every now and again it comes back into your world in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's an advertisement on your phone, or it's something that might be on your Facebook page or whatever it is, but you end up saying, hey, there's bingo again. So that really is a true statement that you said that. Now, why did you decide though that it was going to be bingo instead of any other popular game that we're familiar with? Why the choice of bingo?
So I watch watched a TV show during Christmas time. I think it was 5 years ago, and it described how the bingo halls were starting to close down, and people were not making money anymore with that game. So people try to bring it back in different ways. In Quebec, even all over Canada, it used to be very popular to play at church, for example. That was a way to bring the people back together and just have a way to amuse people. And these days, I'm not sure why, but the new generation as well are not very attracted by this game. So I decided to do my part, and I have a lot of ideas to how to innovate the game. So I just try to push everything and all my mind into that. So I found very interesting ways to do my part, I guess, and it's working quite very well, I guess. And why this game actually? It's I just gave myself this game is something I wanted to do because I saw other people trying to innovate this game. I discovered in Alberta, it's another Canadian province. It's in the west of the country, if you want. And I play a game over there. It was a mix of bingo and music. So I decided to bring that back where I come from. And nobody knows about that game. Nobody knows that you could mix music with bingo. So now I'm actually the first one, I guess, to make it here, to organize this game with music. So that's the big difference, I guess.
Most definitely. I'm not familiar with bingo with music, and that sounds really interesting. A different take on two things that you're very familiar with, but blending them together. That's pretty awesome. So can you tell us a little bit more, for those who may not be familiar with Bingo Maker, can you tell us about your web application?
So the web application bingomaker.com is the way I found to make the game easily organized by anybody, anywhere. I discovered that some people just want to organize games and amuse other people around them. They just want to organize something to make people happy. But there was no good ways on the internet to do that, even for bingo. In 2018, there were none very good web applications to do that. So that's why I decided to make with other people's help this web application. So even if you play bingo with numbers or with music titles, well, you can just go on bingomaker.com and organize your game the way you want. So it is a very good tool, actually. It's like it gives the power to anybody to organize a game easily. That's actually quite huge, I guess.
Now, just in case, because I know someone is saying, wait, did he just say that I can play bingo with numbers or I can play bingo with music? And even though we just said that you blended, music and bingo, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. Well, you can actually use the game of bingo for teaching purposes. You can place any words you want in the squares of the card. That's the thing. You have numbers. You have words. So I decided that music titles could fit quite well because the new generation, the young people listen a lot of music. So they are automatically attracted to the game. So I organize it in school with music videos on the screen. So they are even more, it's very entertaining.
I like that idea, like you said, of bringing in a different way for the next generation to be able to appreciate it.
That's the way I think.
Now, is your app available on both Android and iPhone?
It's called a web application. So whatever the device you're using, it's universal. Me and the programmers, we were talking back in 2013 about how are we going to provide this web application to anybody. So we have different platforms, Android, Apple. Well, so we decided to just go for everything at once. So a web application is compatible with every device. So.
Okay, that's good, because I'm sure someone's saying, "Oh, great." Many times there are apps that are only available for iPhone, and the Android users have to wait a little bit longer. So I'm really glad that it's available for everyone.
Yeah, it's a different way. It's very how can I say that? Back then, a web application was not quite popular. But when you think back, this choice now is very good. It's a good payoff because it's all platform at once. You're going to see more and more application on the internet doing that. It's a great tool that everybody can use.
Well, before we go to a break, Kevin, I want to make sure that everyone is able to follow you or get in contact with you or simply be able to get to the game. Can you tell us, where are you located on the internet?
So the web application is called bingomaker.com. So this is where everybody can make their own custom bingo cards.
Okay, well, listeners, we need to go to a very short break, but when we get back, we will continue our conversation with Kevin Dufour of Bingo Maker Incorporated. We'll be back right after this. And we are back. Thank you so much for joining me for our Daily Spark with Dr. Angela. I'm your host, Dr. Angela Chester. My guest today is Kevin Dufour of Bingo Maker Incorporated. You can find him online at bingomaker.com. We are talking entrepreneurialism today, folks, and I know that I have a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and thank you so much for tuning in this morning. So, Kevin, what is Bingo Card Generator website?
So this website fits exactly in, I have three spheres for my business. So bingocardgenerator.com is the free service I'm providing. So I build it myself. This is a Microsoft Excel program that allows anybody to make unlimited number of bingo cards. So I think it's so far the best program I have made myself, and it gives incredible power to anybody. It's very simple, and you can make as many bingo cards as you want for free. It's a bit strange to give that kind of power to someone because I'm actually selling a product, but the way I capture the market was that's the way I decided to do it, but I decided to capture the best free product available and the best web application that actually people need to pay to use. So when you have the best of the best on each side, if you try to make something against me, how can you position yourself like in between the best and the best? So But in fact, I think it should be free somewhere, and everybody should be allowed to do whatever they want if they don't want to pay. So that's why I decided to let it free. I have a lot of friends that ask again, why are you letting that free? But that I myself, when I go on the internet, I want to find something free because I just don't like to pay. But it depends what you want. So if you want the professional manner to make personalized bingo cards, you can pay and you're gonna have a very good product. Or you can have the other version for free. So bingocardgenerator.com is the free version of the web application, I would say.
I like how you're really honest with that, and it's like we do go on the internet and we are looking for games or whatever it is that's free. We don't mind paying for some stuff, but then there are some things that we want for free, and that's very, very true. And I can picture people nodding their heads saying, "Yep, that's right. I play the free games most often, or if it's a really good game, I'm willing to pay, X amount to have access to it, to be able to play with it." So I can understand that. Now you also have something.
Yeah. For entrepreneur, that when I go to schools or public events, I'm talking to young people that are interested in starting their own business and at least trying to contribute in a certain way to create something. So that's my way of saying, well, you can start wherever you want, but please try to make a free version of it and offer both. That's it's not very common to use that market strategy, but that's the way I find it myself for my product. So why not would this way apply to anything? That's a new way of thinking. Well, some people do it, but personally, it was perfect fit for my product.
And
especially on the end. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying I totally agree that I like the idea of having the idea of having a paid and a free, or expanding your mindset to be able to say, hey, let's provide both and let the user decide which one they want to use. But it's still a win for you no matter which price point they decide to use.
It's a bit more technical, but on the internet, it's all a matter of having traffic going to your website. So by actually taking the traffic of people searching for the free stuff, I can redirect this traffic towards my main web application after. So it's good to capture both traffic, the free one and the pay one, and just focus them or channel them whatever you want after. So when you capture this kind of search on Google and you bring it wherever you want, you actually control the traffic. So that's very good as well. That's another way to say that. And the internet is more like a tool for me. I don't believe it's gonna lead people towards what they want to do in life. Internet is a tool, and in the future, a website is going to be a service. It's going to be. I simplify that just by comparison. It's like a big bubble gum machine. You put a penny in the crack, and you turn the handle, and then you obtain your gum. So internet is exactly that. You go on a website. You can either pay or it's free, but anyway, you turn the handle and you get your bubble gum. You obtain something when you go on a website. It's going to be an exchange. It's going to be a service. I think every website is going to offer a service like this in the future, and everybody is going to agree to pay for it.
Now, I know that you have another option called Video Bingo. What is Video Bingo?
Um, Video bingo is the version of bingo I developed. It's bingo with music video. So I just decided to call it bingo video for the purpose, because the name was available first of all, and the website address was available too. So I'm still working on that website right now. So it's gonna be videobingo.com, and mostly this website, for now, I'm using it just as a reference to show other people that, yes, it's possible and you can organize a bingo game with music titles. So I'm providing a playlist on the website, and on my Facebook page, I provide examples of games in real life. So every time I do a bingo activity with a music video, I ask someone to take pictures of the event. So if someone wants to do the same, they can just take a look at it, the settings, the way I set up everything, and they can actually see how the students react to the game, and they actually enjoy it so much. And the people ask me again to come back and organize it. When I study radiology in college, I was new, and I discovered there was a service that was missing in school. And it's very simple. There is no game, or there is no way to do a big contest and distribute prizes. In school, they don't know what to do to amuse the students. That's it. That's the service missing right there. So with my game, I provide a way to entertain the students when they have a blank spot in the schedule, let's say. And it's very well appreciated. And the college,
yeah.
And the game just like went from not known at all to very in demand. So I had to find a way to make it reproducible. So that's why I developed many web applications and the free software with Microsoft Excel. So I provide all the tools for others to reproduce the game and do it on their side. So by providing examples, they can just do it themselves. That's the way I want people to do it, either free or by paying the high quality product. So they can actually reproduce and even copy me. I can say, yeah, I want people to copy me. Why not?
Yeah. Now, with Bingo Maker, Bingo Card Generator, and Video Bingo, how do all of these things fit together? Most people have, a life mission, and several times you talk about also the vision that you have for your life and what you want to contribute to the legacy of you. So my question to you would be, how does all of this fit together, and how does this play out towards your life mission?
On the personal side, I always want to help people and make a direct change, an improvement in their life. So I'm doing it every day at the hospital. When I work in radiology, it's a very different field of work, and I feel like I'm on the front line. I actually provide care to people. That's very satisfying to me. And on the business side, I would say this is going to make a great impact on everybody on Earth, because internet is everywhere. So what I want, my life mission is to contribute and bring back the bingo game in whatever form it's going to be. So by building the tools and by giving new ways of playing the game, which the students and the young people like, well, I guess it's going to bring it's going to help helped to bring back the bingo game. It used to be a very social way of having fun. It's a good game as well, and everybody knows already what it is. So it's not trying to reinvent or bring back the bingo game. It's more about innovating, I guess. I try to do my part. That's it.
And I like how you said it's not the reinvention of bingo. It's just bringing back what we already know. Best case scenario, what do you wish would happen with all that you are doing? What is your best case scenario? What is your dream, your hope, your aspiration for what you're doing right now?
Well, it's already happening right now. I have people that copy me already, and it's ways that I never expected before. I'm going to give you a concrete example. You're living in the United States, all right? There is this guy, I think it's called Elliot. Is working in a bar in Nebraska. The town is Lincoln, I think. So this person now organized bingo with music in the bar in his town. So the service I create and the web application I develop, this person now goes on my web application to make his custom bingo cards with music titles in it, and he's going to the bar and he's organizing the game. So he created himself a work. That's actually very good, I think. I provide this person a way of creating its own work. And he posts some pictures on his Facebook profile, and the people seems to enjoy the game. And he's doing it since, I would say, before Christmas. He's doing it every week, every Wednesday. So I'm very glad for that person to create its own work because of me. I feel great, and if the people can do the same everywhere, well, I'm very glad that they create their own work, they make their own money, and they amuse people at the same time with the game. I think everybody wins for that.
Well, Kevin, before we take our break, I want for you to remind everyone where they can find you online.
So the web application is called bingomaker.com, and it's free. Everybody can try. You can log on with your Facebook account or create an account with your email, and you can try for free. So everybody can log on and try. Yeah.
Well, thank you, listeners. We need to take a very short break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Hi everyone, Dr. Angela here. Did you know that Daily Spark is now on Facebook? That's right, you can visit with me at facebook.com/Daily Spark with Dr. Angela. I want to know more about what you're thinking. I'd love to know which interview did you find the most entertaining or the most informative. I want to talk to you, and I want you to be able to talk to me. Simply visit facebook.com/Daily Spark with Dr. Angela.
And we are back. Thank you so much for joining me for Daily Spark with Dr. Angela. I am your host, Dr. Angela Chester. My guest today is Kevin Dufour of Bingo Maker Incorporated out of Quebec, Canada. And you can find him at bingomaker.com. So, Kevin, you have observed some concrete changes that you have caused in others. What do you mean by that statement?
So I make some I would say some people now found possible what was not. For the game I developed, other people are doing it, organizing it for whatever reason now. teachers are using my web application to help the students to, let's say, learn English words. In Quebec, we speak French, so the teachers can just like place words in the squares and play bingo with them. It's a very basic game, but that can be used for teaching purposes, for whatever language you want. So I don't know, in the United States, for the second language you teach in school, but that could be used for that. And for, let's say, just the entrepreneur side of that, every year I'm going to it's a gathering of all the college club, entrepreneurship college club, and all the students that are part of this club are going to one place for a big event. And every year I'm going there and I explain what I did, the way I started my business, and I try to inspire them as well to do the same. So the change I notice year after year is the people that are coming back to me and they are saying, yeah, what you said actually worked, and I go on your website, I can see how it evolved, and they copy me in a way. So just the story of it help people to follow an example somewhere. We all see big entrepreneurs with big companies in the newspaper, at the TV. So those people are very successful, but we cannot often refer to them as yes, I'm going to do the same, and I can follow their steps. No, you have to follow someone that starts at your point and then progress towards the goal they are aiming. So you have to get an example from your perspective at your same level, I will say. So that because I start from nothing, I consider myself as a good example for others. That's the way I think I can make a real change, because the people can refer to me as an example. And so I will go back to the bingo side now. The game I created is actually it already existed. I just grab everything everywhere about bingo. I try to mix it up a little bit and innovate the game towards making it great and make sure that everybody can enjoy it more. And the real problem was that it's not easy to organize a bingo game from scratch when you have nothing. It has to be a way to make it so simple that it's going to be the game of choice. You're going to say, well, let's play bingo. It takes 3 seconds. You print your card, and here we go. We can play. So it's the simple thing that needs to be so simple. I don't know if you know, like the game tic-tac-toe. It's very simple, right? So bingo has to be that simple. So people are just going to play it because of that. It's accessible, it's easy. So that's why I developed all the tools on the internet.
I love that idea that it's simple, but yet that's why you enjoy it, because there is joy in the simplicity of the game. That's a wonderful point to make. So with everything that you have going on and all of the vision that you have for your business, what are you planning to do in the near future?
Well, I'm very glad to say that this year in last year in September last year, we well, I get the trademark in the United States. So Bingo Maker Inc. is now a trademark. So I can now go in the United States and provide this game to anyone, and I'm not going to be stopped. So I'm very confident. Today I'm confident, and that's why I'm pushing that idea like full swing, because this is a big step for me, and I'm very proud to have acquired that. And it shows the serious about that, and I'm very all in. There is something about when you create a company. There is a step that you need to take. It's a bit dangerous, but when you start something, you need to be all in. It's like a poker game. And for that, I'm lucky. I can work full time at the hospital in radiology, so I can invest some of my money into my company. So I'm not asking anybody around to support me. I'm supporting myself. So I'm the only person. I'm all in, and I'm pushing my idea as far as I can. So in the near future, I guess, if I always continue to go through closed doors and open them and finance my own thing, I'm sure it's gonna get somewhere very interesting. So I'm not alone in this. I have a lot of people that are either working for me or supporting me. My parents, my family support me a lot. I'm asking questions. People are tired of me talking about bingo. I never talked about bingo before, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a player. I just use this game, and I combine it with my ideas of bringing that game back. And I slowly start to enjoy this game. You have to enjoy what you do first to make it contagious. So.
Well, I would like to say congratulations on the trademark. Congratulations. That is a really big step, and congratulations on being able to do that. That, like you said, is just another thing that shows that you're serious about what you're doing, and it's no easy task. So congratulations on that. And you made another statement that I think is, no problem. Another statement that you said is so true, that you must love what you do. Bingo is such an easy game. It's really simple, but yet it does really bring some happiness and joy when you play it with the right mindset and you're open to the idea, and you just feel like, let's see what happens today, and you just have fun with it, and remember that it's a game or it's a teaching tool, however you're using it. I like how you said you have the option of using it, how teachers could use it to teach another language. I think that is absolutely awesome. What a great way to be able to say it in one language and play bingo, and you have to select it in the other language or something like that. I think that's really awesome. So you made some really great points there. So as we start to wrap up our show, and again, thank you for being on. I know that there are some budding entrepreneurs out there, or some people that are really considering, I think I want to step off into this entrepreneurial lifestyle, that I want to add my name to that list. What message do you have for them, or I like to call them, what nuggets of wisdom would you like to share with them?
So, first of all, you have to believe in life, and you have to trust. When you provide good things around you, I'm sure it comes back in a certain way. It's either, how can I explain that? Well, it's more a belief than something you can see. I personally when someone is helping me for something, it makes me glad. And in return, I feel like I have to help someone else. So when I provide, like the website I made, I can see on Google Analytics that people are actually visiting them, and they are downloading stuff, and they are printing cards. So just by making something exist and available, the people are gonna use it, and it's gonna resolve an issue in their life. You're gonna provide help to them, and the internet is something that everybody can access everywhere. So you can help everybody everywhere by making something available on the internet. So that's you don't see what you do, but you have to believe that it's gonna help someone somewhere. So that's why I think it's a belief. You don't see the action, what's going on, but you have to believe first that, and you have to trust that what you do will be good for someone else. It's a very basic thing I get when I help someone in real life. And in my business, it's actually a business towards providing people options and power. If we were in the 16th century, internet would be seen as magic almost. You can actually have everything on your phone, and so why not thinking this way? Internet is something. It's a tool that anybody can use. Why? Maybe we can use this tool to make other people happy and help them achieve what they want to do. And so if the people want to start a business, I will tell them, check if you can offer the service online on the internet, and try to check around you if you make some people happy and if they can enjoy your service, and then extrapolate and tell yourself, all right, if my neighbor can use my website, someone else on the other side of Earth can do the same. It's all the same everywhere. So if your neighbor can use it, anybody anywhere will use it the same way and enjoy it. So you make difference around you first, and then you apply it anywhere else. And I actually suggest people and entrepreneurs to have a second job. My job at the hospital provides me a very good feeling. I help old people because most of old people, how can I say that? In an hospital, most people that are sick are old people, I would say. It's sad to say, but I don't see a lot of young people around. And I'm actually glad to help those elders. They had a good life. They make their part, and I make my part when I provide care to them. So it's very satisfying, and it fills me another sense of helping people around. It's good to have a business. Well, it's got to, yeah.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for being on the show today and for sharing your product with our listeners. We know that you are going to continue to do exactly what you said you do, and just keep shining your light, because you are definitely making a difference and a change in our world. Well, listeners, thank you as well for joining me for another episode of Daily Spark with Dr. Angela. I hope that you will have a great day today, and as always, may the Lord continue to shine His face upon you. May you receive His grace and His mercy in all you do. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.